Hey there, and welcome to Module 3 of the Online Educator Development course on student engagement. The purpose of this video is to just give you a brief overview of Module 3 and make sure that there's no confusion surrounding what exactly it is that you're supposed to be doing and how exactly you should be doing those things. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you'll be doing in Module 3. So the first thing that you have here is an entry slip where you will be defining student engagement in your own words, and then we'll finish up the module with an exit slip with the same directions, so that it kind of gives you, a baseline upon which you can reflect once we get to the end of the module, and you've done these readings and done your discussion post and your blog post, and we've had our big blue button session and everything. And then you define student engagement again. You can go back and kind of compare those two things and see how your perspective on student engagement has changed, if it has at all, after going through this module. So let's just go through and look at the entire module, and then we'll come back and look at some of these things in a little more depth. So you have your larger headings here: read, big blue button, and engagement forum, and all of those headings are in blue because all of those things kind of go along with one another. And then you have some YouTube clips here under the green watch heading, and then your two blog posts underneath the green blog post heading. So I've kind of done the color coding there so you can see what goes with what. So the first three headings go together, and then the second two headings go together, and then you've got your entry slip and your exit slip that kind of sandwich all of that stuff. So going back up here to the read heading, we've got some guidelines for these readings, and just very quickly here we'll take a look at these. And so first and foremost, you are not expected to read all 6 of these PDF files. So what I want you to do is to select one from the first 5, and the first 5 are just different ways that we can engage students in the classroom. And then I have some questions here for you to kind of reflect on as you go through and read these, which, by the way, they're all around 4 to 6 pages, 5-10 minutes max, in terms of how long it should take you to read these PDF files. I don't expect you to write all these questions down and go in and meticulously answer every one of them. They're just to kind of get the proverbial juices flowing, so to speak, and give you some things to think about and reflect on before and after your readings. Then I do want everyone to read the 6th PDF file that's listed there, titled Keeping Oneself Engaged. That's kind of part of the student engagement aspect that goes overlooked. The fact that we also need to be engaged in order to keep our student engaged. So I do want everyone to read that one, and that one is a little bit shorter than the other ones. So what we're going to do after reading these documents is we'll have our big blue button session here. And during this session, there will be a short presentation on student engagement, and then you will all have an opportunity to kind of discuss your selected reading and the insights and the thoughts that you had after reading whichever one you chose to read. And then collaboratively, we will discuss that 6th PDF file, that Keeping Oneself Engaged, as a group, and we'll kind of collaborate and throw some strategies and techniques and different things that maybe we can do to keep ourselves engaged in our online courses. Then after we do our big blue button session, after we do our big blue button session, then you'll go in and respond to the discussion prompt for this module. So please do hold off on the discussion post until after the readings and the big blue button session. I just feel like we'll have a more engaging and a more productive discussion forum if we all kind of hold off until after we do our readings and after we have our session to go in and post to that. So on the next part here, you have 3 YouTube videos, all of them fairly short. You see here the longest one is 10 minutes long. These are all much more specific to student engagement in online learning. So the readings that we're going to be looking at are more kind of generic in terms of how they apply to the classroom setting. They could, be applied to traditional blended or online settings, whereas these videos are much more specific to the online classroom. So go ahead and watch all 3 of these videos, and then you'll see here with the blog post that you have 3 different options to choose from. So after watching your YouTube clips, then just select one of these 3 prompts to respond to on our WordPress blog. Then you've got your, sorry about that, let's see. Then you've got your exit slip, where we'll go back and define student engagement in our own words again. And then of course, like you have in every module, you've got your philosophy of teaching and learning statement blog post. So that about does it for Module 3. If you have any questions or concerns remaining after this video, please don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll be glad to clear up any kind of confusion that you may have. And I look forward to seeing you all in our Big Blue Button session.